Hello students, welcome to the class 11th mathematics. I hope you all are safe and healthy at your places. So in today's video we are going to discuss the very first chapter of 11th standard mathematics, and that chapter is the set theory. So before starting with the set theory, I would like to just tell you few things about 11th standard mathematics so that you are much aware about what we are going to study in 11th standard and why mathematics is important for us. So up till 10th standard, whatever we have studied, that mathematics was totally conceptual based mathematics, but now onwards what we are going to study is application based mathematics. That means the real life application we are going to study. So now it's my humble request, start studying, because don't waste this lockdown period time. And if you don't have your books, please download the books from the official website of NCERT and start studying. So chalo, without wasting the time, we'll start with the very first chapter of 11th standard mathematics, that is set theory. So before actually starting with the content, the very first question arises in our mind that, sir, what is this set? So what is this set? When we talk about set, so set, the definition or the meaning of the set which is given in the NCERT textbook as per the mathematics, what is there and what is as per the daily life applications. Many a times we are using this word set. The set of plates, I have a dinner set. So these kind of words we are using in our daily life. So set means ultimately the very first thing is a collection of objects. Set means the collection of objects. Now many of you might think that, sir, why you have left this blank space here? So simply, when we collect the objects, every collection of objects cannot be called as a set. Suppose if I have this one marker, one duster, then one pen, pencil, all these collections cannot be called as a set, because we can collect a variety of objects. There are numerous things in the world. So if we collect all the different things, and then I can say that, so this is a set. So no, we cannot call that collection as a set. So for being the collection, for being a set, it should satisfy certain condition, and that condition is the objects should be well defined. The object should be well defined. Now what is the meaning of this well defined? Well defined means the object should not change from person to person. That means if I am collecting, if I have collected some objects, this is as per my knowledge. If I have collected, if you told me, sir, to collect these 5 objects, I have collected some 5 objects. Now if you tell the same thing to another person to collect these 5 objects, if that person is collecting some other objects which are not matching with my objects, then that collection of the objects cannot be called as a set. Just I will explain with the help of an example. Suppose top actors of Bollywood. Now, as per, if I suppose top 5 actors of the Bollywood, if I want to collect the top 5 actors, if someone ask me as per my interest, Ranveer Singh is a top actor, Shah Rukh Khan is a top actor, Salman Khan is a top actor, Amir Khan is a very good actor, and after that I will say Shahid Kapoor, or let it be Ranveer Singh is a, then Ranveer Kapoor. These are the 5 top actors as per my knowledge. Now it's the same question if I asked to someone else. Suppose it's the same question if you are asking your friend, as per you, which are the 5 top actors? So they may say Akshay Kumar is there, Rajkumar Rao is there, Shahid Kapoor is there, Amitabh Bachchan is there, and someone will say, okay fine, any other actor. If I say, suppose Pulkit is one of the actors. So my collection was this, your friend collection was this. If you ask the same thing to any third person, which are the 5 most talented actors, which are the 5 most or 5 best actors. If you'll ask the same question to your father, he will say Amitabh Bachchan, Mithun Chakravarti, Shatrughan Sinha, then Jitendra, and so many are there. So they will tell the collection as per their knowledge, as per their interest. I told the collection as per my interest, my knowledge. Your friend has given the collection as per his knowledge or as per his interest. So here we can see the same question was asked to 3 different persons, and from these 3 different persons you got 3 different answers. That means the collection of these objects is varying, it is changing from person to person. So now when we say that the collection, if it is varying from person to person, that collection cannot be called as a set. That means it is not well defined that which are the 5 best actors of the Bollywood. It is not well defined, it will change from person to person. But suppose if I ask a different question, let's suppose if I asked first 5 odd number, which are the first 5 odd number, or first positive, the first 5 positive odd numbers. If you'll ask me, as per my knowledge, it is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. If you'll ask the same question to your friend, he will also say 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. If you'll ask this same question to your father, he will also say 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. If you'll ask any person in the world to tell that which are the first 5 odd numbers, he will start with 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. These are the first 5 odd numbers. So the same question if you ask n number of people, the answer would be same. That means this collection of the object, that means the collection of first 5 odd number, this collection is not varying from person to person. So this collection we will call it as a set. So this collection is a set of a first 5 odd numbers. So now whenever we will see many more examples of this. Suppose if you ask me, find out the solution, x square plus x minus 2 is equals to 0. This is the question. If I said whatever is the solution of this question, make a set of it. So suppose if I want to solve, this is a quadratic equation. It is x square plus 2x minus 2 is equal to 0. We'll take x common, x plus 2 minus 1 common, x plus 2 is equals to 0, x plus 2, x minus 1 is equals to 0, x is equals to minus 2, x is equals to minus 1. So this collection plus 2 and plus 1, this collection is a set. Why it is a set? Because the solution of this equation is not going to change. This is a quadratic equation. It will have a 2 solution, that is minus 2 and 1. Whoever may solve this question, they will get the same answer they will get. That means the collection is not varying. So this is a set. Suppose if I ask you 5 rivers, the name of the 5 rivers you like the most. So someone will say, sir, Amazon river, someone will say Nile river, some will say Ganga, I would say Kaveri, then Godavari. These are the 5 rivers which I like. If you will ask your father, if your friend, they will say, okay, fine, Ganga is one of the favorite river. Now Brahmaputra is another river. Now Godavari, Kaveri, Krishna is my favorite river. Now Nile river is also my favorite river. So these are the few rivers, but if we will see this collection and this collection is not matching, this is varying, this is changing from person to person. So this collection is not a well-defined collection. So this is not a set. But if I'll ask, tell me the name of 5 largest river in the world. Largest river, which are the largest river in the world? As per my knowledge, as per my investigation, or as per my research, I will say the first 5 rivers, whatever if I'll Google it, 5 largest river. So it will be same for everyone. If I say the 7 wonders of the world, the current 7 wonders of the world. So as per me, as per my opinion, the 7 wonders will be this. As per you also, the 7 wonders will be the same. As per your friend knowledge, the 7 wonders will be same. So in this case, we can say that the set is not varying. The objects are not varying from person to person. So this collection, we will call it as a set. Now, when we talk about the sets are usually represented with the help of capital letter. When we want to write a set, suppose this is a set, so this set is always represented with the help of capital letter. That means you can use any capital letter, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, any capital letter you can use to represent the set. And the sets are usually represented inside the curly braces. So whenever you write a set, they are always written inside the curly braces, and all the elements of the sets, they are separated by the commas. There are different ways to write the sets, but I am just giving you a small introduction about the set. So set is a collection of a well-defined object. Well-defined object means that this collection will not change from person to person. This will not change, and if the collection is changing, then that collection is not called as a set. So I hope I have cleared the very basic definition of the sets. So once again, you just revise this definition, and in the upcoming video, we will start with the representation of the sets and how to write the sets, and we will take few more examples to make this concept very clear, because this is a very new topic for all of you. So we will take more examples in the upcoming videos, and we will clear this definition, and then we will move ahead with the representation of the sets, that how to represent the sets and what are its application in our daily life. So till then, stay tuned with our channel and keep working hard.